In the misty dawn of a new world, before the first light touched the ground, Elias Harrow looked out over the fledgling settlements. Small wooden homes, like scattered seeds, clung to the earth, their thin plumes of smoke a fragile sign of life. This land, cradled between ancient forests and winding rivers, was a beacon for people from across Europe, all seeking a new beginning. But Elias came with a question, not a hope. Was this land truly a blank slate? Elias wasn't a soldier or an explorer. He was a keeper of notes, a seeker of truths hidden beneath the surface of history. He believed every land held memories, and to understand its future, one had to listen to the echoes of its past. His journey began in a dusty bookshelf, where he found a damp, old navigator's diary. It spoke of strange lights, mysterious rock carvings, and encounters with native people who seemed to understand something Europeans could not. The diary ended abruptly, leaving a void that whispered of a larger, forgotten story. Within his first week, Elias felt the tension. The natives, while not hostile, watched him with a mixture of warning and weariness. The settlers whispered about sacred ground, farming rights, and the law of the jungle. And strangely, disputes always erupted in specific locations, as if an invisible line crisscrossed the territory, dividing everything. One afternoon, studying a hand-drawn map, Elias saw it, a faint, crack-like line running from the northern hills down to the southern forest. Beside it, faded but legible, were the words, undeciphered boundary. What was this line? And why did all conflict seem to follow its path? The true mystery began on a bitterly cold winter day. Elias ventured deep into the forest, following signs from the old diary. Snow fell softly, and the wind whispered through the skeletal trees. He found a clearing, just as the diary described. A group of natives were gathered around a fire, but it was what surrounded them that seized his attention. Dozens of strange stone circles, each etched with a symbol he'd never seen. An elder, his hair silver, but his eyes sharp and knowing, saw Elias in the distance. Instead of shooing him away, he beckoned him closer. The elder spoke in a local tongue, and through a clumsy mix of words and gestures, a chilling message was conveyed. Before your people came, the elder said, this land saw wars no one remembers, not wars of men, but wars of understanding. If you do not understand the land, you will repeat them. Elias asked, what wars? Who fought? The elder pointed to the ground within the stone circles. Not people, he replied. The memory of this land. It does not want to be divided. This single statement opened a new world for Elias. He'd heard legends of spirits in the land, but this was the first time someone claimed the land itself could create conflict when misunderstood. The elder explained that an ancient tribe, one that no longer existed, once knew how to read the earth, the wind, the light, the flows of natural energy. They vanished long ago, leaving only stone circles and oral traditions. Why did they disappear? Elias asked. The elder's reply was cryptic. They did not disappear. They left, knowing new people would come. But the land did not forget their memories. Too many. This would sound like superstition. But for Elias, it began to make a terrifying kind of sense. The areas of conflict perfectly aligned with the locations of ancient marking symbols on rocks. Broken pottery shards the natives kept as talismans. When he returned to the settlement, the air was thick with anger. Two groups of settlers were arguing fiercely over a stretch of riverbank. Each side swore they had arrived first, yet records showed the land was neutral. It was as if their memories had been switched overnight, each convinced the land was theirs. Was this the land's memory projecting itself onto them? For days, Elias watched the disputes. He noticed a pattern. Just before an argument erupted, a strange, dim light would appear at night. Not fire, not a torch, but a glow from the ground itself, like a reflection from an unseen source. One night, he went to investigate. As he approached, the wind died and a deep silence fell. On the ground were faint, web-like curves. When he touched one, an icy cold shot up his arm. He recoiled, startled. That's when he saw her. Ava, a young native girl, stood nearby, holding a small torch. She looked at him as if she had been waiting. You are touching the memory of the land, she said, her voice clear. Ava explained that these marks were scars from ancient upheavals. When people built homes or fought over territory on these scars, the land's memory would stir, inflaming misunderstandings. Why are only some areas affected? Elias asked. Because only where the ancient ones performed rituals do the memories run strongest, Ava replied. When the ritual sites are broken, the memories become unbalanced. Elias felt a new kind of fear, not of the supernatural, but of the idea that human conflict might not begin with humans at all. From that day, with Ava's help, his quest began in earnest. He collected stories, studied legends, and pieced together a fragmented history. The more he learned, the clearer the truth became. This land was never empty. It carried the memories of countless generations, and that memory refused to be divided. Every small dispute over land or water was just an echo of an ancient struggle, amplified. Humans were merely the vessels for a conflict far older than themselves. Elias knew if he couldn't decipher the ancient lines, these small fires of discord would grow into an inferno he couldn't stop. One evening, as a cold wind swept down from the hills, he opened his notebook and wrote, "It is not the new settlers who are causing this discord. It is they who have unwittingly walked into a war that has been waiting for them. A war without a name, without an army, but one that will shape the future of this land." The firelight danced on the walls, and Elias knew his journey had only just begun. Thanks for watching. If you want to follow Elias's journey to uncover the secrets of America's past, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next chapter.